Chloe, do you have a minute now? I'd like to talk to you about some things. Huh? What do you want? Lately, only luxury brand clothes have been missing from my room, and I thought it was a bit strange. So I checked it out. I found out that you've been selling my clothes on an online market site without my permission. What's going on? Hey, what an accusation towards your mother-in-law. Do you have any proof that I did that? Of course I do. I checked the address on the site account I found, and it was this house. And when I looked at the items for sale from the account, they were all clothes that were missing from my room. I also saw you taking cardboard boxes to ship them out several times. Why did you do that? What? So you already found out? As expected, even you, an idiot, noticed it, didn't you? No, I noticed that my clothes have clearly decreased. Did you just go ahead and sell my clothes to make some extra money? Yes, but what are you complaining about? I have nothing but complaints. I really can't believe it. If it's your own stuff, it's okay, but stop selling other people's stuff without permission. It's not any different from being a thief. Shut up! It's all your fault that things turned out this way. Huh? What do you mean it's my fault? I don't get it. Because of you, my son Grant recently decreased my allowance. I am unemployed now, and it is a matter of life and death for me to have my son cut my allowance. I was earning my allowance by selling your clothes because you screwed me over. I mean, you got what you deserved. That's absolutely crazy. To begin with, you came to live with us last year out of the blue. We were supposed to take care of you temporarily because you had no income. And yet, you don't seem to be looking for a job at all. And to be honest, it's hard to support you when we don't have enough money in the household. That's not true. It is the duty of a son and his wife to support their mother. There's no way that Grant couldn't support me. So the reason we can't afford to make a living is because you, the wife, is wasting money. I only make money by selling the lazy wife's clothes. It's no use trying to get rid of me like that. No, it's true. Even Grant said that our life is really tough while you are around, so we can't increase the allowance any more than it is now. He told me during our discussion that he honestly wants you to leave. Bullshit! That's just you who is talking. There's no way that Grant would say such a thing. It's all true. To be honest, both Grant and I are troubled by your presence. Please, it's time for you to get out of our house or at least get a job and provide for your own living expenses. Huh? Who do you think you are talking to? You are the wife and I am your mother-in-law. Do you understand who is more important? I can't do anything anymore because of your unwanted comments to Grant. So, in the first place, an adult doesn't use an allowance to go play around. We really can't afford to keep paying your living expenses any longer. If you want to play around after retirement, that's fine, but you are still young enough to work. Instead of relying on us, why don't you become independent? I'm not going to be lectured by a freeloader like you. You make fun of people saying they don't have a job, but you're the same. If you're not going to increase my allowance, I'm going to continue to sell your stuff to make money. Hey, Mom. I heard you were selling Faith's stuff to make some extra money. That kind of thing really bothers her. So will you please stop it? Huh? What? Are you taking her side by any chance? I'm your mother. You're just taking orders from that mean wife of yours and bullying me because you have no choice, aren't you? What are you talking about, Mother? You just can't go and sell someone's personal belongings, right? And I heard they were quite expensive luxury brand clothes. Faith was quite shocked to have her favorite clothes sold behind her back. That's why I apologized on your behalf. To be honest, she would have wanted you to pay for what you sold, but this time she said she would only confiscate the proceeds. So, could you apologize to Faith and give her the proceeds? There's no way that's gonna happen. Ha! Why should I give the money back to that person?
Because it wasn't your money to begin with. She says she'll forgive you with just the proceeds, so you should be grateful.
Grant, you don't have to listen to that no-good wife of yours. The clothes she bought in the first place were bought with money you earned. The money I got from selling them is also your money, my son's money, and more importantly, his mother's money. More to the point, it was originally my money as well as your mother.
Huh? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
Anyway, I don't have to pay back the money to that no-good wife of yours. You should act on your own, not just obeying her. Grant, you are the head of the family. You have the right to decide everything about the household.
That's not right. She's always taking care of me.
She's taking care of you? You mean you're the one who takes care of her, right?
Anyway, you're living with us, so you're going to have to learn how to behave properly. Otherwise, I'm really going to kick you out.
What's wrong with you? Has your wife brainwashed you? Wake up for a minute.
I haven't been brainwashed. Don't cause me any more trouble with Faith. We are here now thanks to her hard work.
If that no-good wife of yours were gone, everything would be solved, right? Then I'll take over and do something about it.
Come on, you're not listening to me at all. Don't do anything to make it worse. Just hurry up and become independent. I'd love to take care of you in your old age, but honestly, we've got our hands full with just our own lives right now. To be honest, it's a pain in the ass for you to stay with us forever.
This is a very brainwashed person. Just hold on while your mother saves you. I'd do anything for my dearly beloved son.
Oh, God. For God's sake, Mom, you are the one who should wake up and realize the situation.
Hey, where are you right now? Where? I'm out right now. What can I do for you? Well, what is this? I see a lot of cardboard boxes. The contents of these cardboard boxes are all your stuff. I'm going to get rid of all these boxes now. If all this stuff is gone, the house will be so much nicer. Huh? Why are you doing that? Because if you leave this house, I won't have to worry about living expenses, right? I'm the only one who will need to be provided for. You're a useless wife who only wants money, so get the hell out of the house. You are getting divorced, you useless wife, a freeloader and someone who doesn't know her place in life. Thank you for packing. It saved me a lot of trouble. What? Packing? Did you mean you were going to move out of the house yourself? Yes, I was. You can take a hint once in a while, can't you? You finally realized that you are a nuisance to our family. Well then, before that, get this garbage together and get out of here. I'm leaving, but you guys better pack your bags. I'm sure you guys will have to leave that house too. Huh? What are you talking about? Of course not. Don't say crazy things just because you're frustrated that you're the only one who's getting kicked out. Are you just a sore loser at the end of the day? How pathetic. It's true. You are such a horrible person. I won't help you if you get into trouble. What? What do you mean? Actually, Grant and I just got divorced yesterday. Divorced from Grant? Seriously? That's great! I knew he would leave you because you were a bad wife, right? It seems like Grant has finally gotten over his wife's brainwashing and is now a sane person. Brainwashing? I don't really know what you're talking about. It's more like I gave up on him and confronted him with the divorce. You're talking big for a bad wife. No, you don't know why I decided to divorce him, do you? What reason is that? The reason is that Grant quit his job 6 months ago. Huh? Grant had quit his job? So you're saying he's unemployed now? Then you are freeloader and Grant is unemployed, so how can you make a living? Don't tell me you are in debt or something. I am not a freeloader. I've been using the money I earned from my novelist job to cover our usual living expenses and so on. Incidentally, I was also paying the allowance and living expenses for you, not Grant. Oh, is that so? You are always at home, so I thought you were a freeloader. Faith, if you're working, why didn't you tell me? I did, but you wouldn't believe me, calling it a lie and saying I was being vain. I'm not a very successful novelist myself, and to be honest, it was hard for me, but I was putting up with you because you were my husband's mother, and I thought it couldn't be helped. But I was running out of patience with that too. Why? Because I found out that Grant was having an affair. Also, I couldn't stand your attitude anymore, so I decided to divorce him. From here on, you'll have to work together as an unemployed parent and child. Wait a minute! My stupid son did a bad thing. From now on, I'll do whatever you say. Just don't ask me to leave. You were telling me to leave just a minute ago. What's wrong with you? You even went to the trouble of packing, didn't you? It seems I'm a distraction to both of you, so I'll leave as you wish. No! It's just that I won't forgive you now just because you've changed your mind. You will not be able to pay the rent without an income, and I'm sure you will be evicted from the house sooner or later. I suggest you to find a job as soon as possible. Hey, please! I apologize for everything I've done, but please come back home. I hate working. So please come back to the house. I can do anything but work, but I'll help you. I won't sell your clothes without your permission anymore. A small allowance is fine. There's no way I can do that. I won't go back because I don't want to see you guys ever again. So take care. Goodbye. Wait! Don't abandon us! I'll tell Grant to be well behaved, so please come back. After that, I had the movers move all of my belongings that Chloe had packed up, and I moved from the house we had been living in to my new home. At that time, Chloe desperately tried to stop me, but I ignored her and left the house. I then demanded money from Chloe for the clothes she had sold without my permission, and alimony from my ex-husband for having an affair. As a result, both my ex-husband and Chloe were in debt, and neither of them had any income. They were unable to pay the rent on the house they were living in and were evicted. Although my ex-husband was able to go to his lover's house, Chloe had nowhere to go since her ex-husband had abandoned her, and she is now living a homeless life. Her parents were furious with her and kicked her out because she had been living a deadbeat life at their home without a job. She is unable to return to her parents' house and lives at bus stops, in parks, and under the bridges. Hey, Emma, can I talk to you for a second? What are you doing now? What's up, Holly? I'm at work. If it's not urgent, I'd like to talk later. It's not urgent, but I thought I'd tell you something. What is it? I'm going for a trip to Mexico with your credit card. What? What are you talking about? I went to your house yesterday, right? Yes. I found your wallet there, so I nabbed the card. I'm going to Mexico now, so I'm just telling you. I don't have my wallet with me right now, so I can't check. But is this true? Yes! If so, what you're doing is stealing. What the hell do you think you're doing, happily reporting a crime? You don't get it, do you? I'm just borrowing it for a while. It's not strange for a family to lend and borrow credit cards. Even with family, it's clearly not right. It's unacceptable to just pull something out of someone's wallet without telling them. Why would you do that? Because I don't like you. Don't like me? You are so nice to me. That was because your brother Rick was watching. I really don't like you so much that I don't want anything to do with you. So I thought I'd go all out using your credit card. LOL. I'm a genius if I do say so myself. LOL. Why would you go that far? I can't stand your face, your voice, your gestures. You get on my nerves because you're still in your 20s and you annoy me. You're stealing people's credit cards and abusing them because of that? You gotta stop that. What's wrong with using the card of someone I hate so much? You have to take advantage of people you don't like as much as you can. Besides, if it's a sister-in-law and younger sister-in-law, it's only natural that the bigger sister-in-law uses the younger sister-in-law's credit card. It's only natural in terms of hierarchy. That's terrible. I mean, it's your fault for leaving your wallet around, isn't it? I didn't think my sister-in-law would steal it. You're an idiot for trusting people so easily. All I can say is that you got what you deserve. You have a creepy face and voice, and it really doesn't help that you're so scruffy-headed. Oh, come on. Well, that's why I'm going to enjoy Mexico with your credit card. It's unforgivable for you to use someone's credit card. I'm gonna cancel it right now. What? If you suspend the card, I'll screw you. Screw me? Yeah. I'll tell my parents that you're having an affair. I'll do some Photoshop editing on some pics as proof. I'll also tell them that my sister-in-law is a bully and I don't know how to deal with her. Stop it. Then you should just shut up and let me use your credit card. Then I'll tell Rick. If you do that, I'll buy luxury products with this credit card right now. Threatening people is really disgusting. But I can't make this trip without using your card. What do you mean? Holly, you have your own card, right? I'm going to Mexico with my boyfriend. Boyfriend? But you're married. Yeah, so what? That's adultery, isn't it? That's why it's not good if my husband finds out, right? Your credit card wouldn't leave any evidence, would it? In case you're wondering, I'm planning to pay for my boyfriend too. That's so bad. You betrayed my brother. I'm not betraying him. I'm just keeping it a secret. I told him today that it's a business trip. That's called betrayal. Oh, shut up! Can't you think of what would happen if your family found out that not only are you using my credit card, but that you are having an affair? I can't believe you can do this and be okay with it. My family is also insensitive anyway. They wouldn't even notice. As long as you don't say anything. What? Do you know what would happen if you told my parents and husband? You won't believe how bad I would screw with you. There you go, threatening people like that again. Oh, well, anyway, I'll make an exception and buy you a souvenir. With your credit card, of course. You can't just buy whatever you want with someone's credit card. But I already bought the airline tickets. You have to pay me later for what you spent. Who would do that? What's the point of taking your credit card if I'm going to pay later anyway? It's almost time to meet my boyfriend, so goodbye. Wait. Carson, where are you? Are you almost at the airport?
Just one more stop.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Sorry for it's taking so long. I couldn't get out of the house because the kids were whining before I left.
Oh, is that so? It's tough when you have kids.
They're cute, but it's a hard work to take care of them. It's so hard when it happens on the day of an important trip.
Well, we have plenty of time to catch our flight, so take your time.
Thanks. I've got a few more things I need to go over with you.
What is it?
Are you sure you are going to pay all the expenses for this trip? You told me before, but since it's an overseas trip and it costs a lot of money, I wasn't sure if you were really going to be able to handle it.
Of course, I'll be fine. You always pay for my hotel and meals, don't you, Carson? This is my way of thanking you.
I appreciate that, but won't your husband find out? It's going to be expensive. That's all I'm worried about.
Don't worry. I've got a few things in place so he won't find out.
So he won't find out?
Yeah, I have a little help on this trip.
That's reassuring. Then we can enjoy Mexico without worrying about it.
How about you? Won't your wife find out? My plan was that we can have fun in Mexico as much as we want and return home when we get tired of it, right?
Yeah, we're gonna both enjoy our paid vacation together, right?
Yeah, it's a longer trip than usual. Are you sure that your wife won't find out?
That's no problem. I've told her that I don't know when I'll be able to come back because I can't come back until my customer says I can. I'm fine with using all my paid time off to have fun.
That's a super good excuse, isn't it?
Right?
You're a sales manager at a big company, aren't you?
I'm just thankful for my situation that makes it easy for me to date you.
I'm in sales too, so I get to see you as much as I want.
Well, that and the fact that my wife is a bit of a dimwit and will never find out about the affair. She sent me off with a sleepy face and said, "Good luck on your business trip." She didn't even know where I was really going.
Just like my husband.
It's a good thing we both have dumb spouses.
That's true.
Anyway, where are we going to go when we get to Mexico?
Let's go to the hotel and drop off our luggage first. Then we can go take our time sightseeing.
You're right. We've got a lot of luggage. What kind of hotel did you book?
I couldn't get a very good hotel because of the short notice, but the reviews are good for the price.
That's exciting.
We'll be in Mexico for about a week, so if we find a better hotel, we can switch.
That sounds great. But are you sure about the money?
Don't worry about the money. I'll take care of everything.
That's great. I have a credit card, but I've spent too much this month and I'm almost maxed out. That's why I was so happy when you said that you were going to pay for a trip to Mexico.
That's because we went on so many dates this month, right? You bought all those things for me.
My wife took the kids and went home to her parents. How could I miss such a great opportunity?
I was so happy to finally be able to go to your house. I hope your wife goes back home again next month.
I really hope so too. Well, even if she doesn't go back to her parents' house, we can still have a date at a hotel with the excuse that I'm on a business trip or working.
It's really great. I'm so glad I'm in sales. And it helps that my family are a bunch of idiots.
Oh, I've arrived at the airport. I'm on my way to meet you now.
Great. Let's have a nice trip, handsome.
Okay.
Hola, amigo. I arrived in Mexico a little while ago and I'm enjoying it to the fullest. LOL. I've always wanted to come to Mexico. I'm glad your credit card got me here. LOL. I enjoyed Mexican food with your credit card right off the bat. Since it was your money anyway, I went to the most expensive restaurant and ordered some fancy drinks, and my boyfriend thanked me for it. There are so many souvenirs I wanted, so I'll just buy a bunch. Since I feel bad for you, I might even ask for your souvenir preferences. Haha. Your credit card is working great for this trip. Of course, if you stop your card while I'm here, I'm not going to let you get away with it. Don't do anything until I get back, okay? That card is maxed out. What? What do you mean it's maxed out? Don't tell me you've been wasting all your money. I don't usually use credit cards. Then why is it maxed out? Don't talk nonsense. That credit card is not mine. Huh? Whose credit card is it then? My son's credit card. You mean your college freshman son? Yes. You're kidding! I stole it from a wallet in your house. What's your son's wallet doing in your house where you live alone? My son was there shortly before you came. He left his wallet at home, and he figured it out today. Noticing today? Isn't that quite late? If he didn't have his wallet, he should have noticed it right away. In this day and age, we can live with our smartphones, so that's why he didn't notice quickly. There are all kinds of electronic payments and such. My son hardly seems to use credit cards or cash. What's with that tone of voice? You make it sound like I'm someone who isn't up with the times. I didn't say that. What do you mean it's maxed out? He's a college student living part-time with a small salary, so they set his credit limit of $1,000. What? So you can't use that card much. From your extravagant spending earlier, I guess you've already reached the limit. Nope, I haven't reached the limit yet. Even if you say you can't spend much, you still have $1,000 credit limit, right? He must not have used that much, so I still have some left. I'm upset that I won't be able to enjoy Mexico, but if I can't use your credit card, I'll have to leave. I need to book my return ticket now. My son said he made some purchases online this month, so you can't use the full $1,000. No way! I think he bought a video game console and some groceries. But I can at least buy a return ticket. I mean, if I can't, I'm in trouble. When I checked, I found that you had just eaten Mexican food and the limit was almost gone. The remaining limit is only for $1.01, and if you want to buy more than that, it won't go through with that credit card. Oh no! Then how am I supposed to get home? Why don't you just use your own credit card? I've brought someone else's credit card, so why would I bring mine? You're such an idiot that you don't even know that. Which one of us is the idiot? Why don't you just use the credit card of the guy you're with and go home? He said he is pretty close to his limit. You're stuck. So you're going to live homeless in Mexico? You've got to be kidding me. I mean, this whole story about the credit card being your son's and everything is a lie, isn't it? No, it's all true. Of course it's a story you made up to get me to leave. I'm going to try it now and use it for shopping. What am I going to do? I couldn't use the credit card. I couldn't even buy a cheap drink. I told you so. Do something about it. I know. Call the credit card company and raise the limit. Why should I do that? More importantly, you used someone's son's credit card, so I'm going to talk to the police. The police? Of course. My son's credit card was used illegally, and as a parent, I can't just sit back and let it happen. Rick is furious too. You told Rick? That's right. A college student was the victim. Normally, you should tell the parent. That would most likely tip off my parents. I've already told them. My parents and the in-laws know that you're doing some nasty things. Oh no, I don't want to go back. Do you mean you can't go back? If you're saying that, then send me money. You can do it right now with your phone, right? Send it to me now for the airline tickets for me and my boyfriend. No, I don't want to help the criminals who misused my son's credit card. Please, I'm serious. I feel bad, and I'll pay you back the money I spent on the credit card. I will get down on my knees to your family as soon as I get back home. You should get down on your knees not only to my family, but also to my brother-in-law. I'm sure he's even angrier than we are. Don't tell me! My husband knows about this! Of course. That's what your parents said. Gosh! What am I gonna do now? In the meantime, please find a way to come back to America. I'm going back to hell! After that, my sister-in-law had a fight with her lover about not being able to go back to America, and they had a breakup in Mexico. She thought it would be dangerous to leave each other in an unknown place, so they stayed together until they arrived in America. Then, after thinking about how to return, they put their pride aside and told their colleagues at their places of work that they could not return from Mexico. They asked them to buy airline tickets for them. She managed to return to America, but my parents-in-law, my parents, and my brother-in-law were furious and told her off as soon as she arrived in America. My brother-in-law demanded alimony from her and her adulterous partner Carson on the spot. In addition, my sister-in-law was arrested by the police and charged for the money she spent on my son's credit card. Carson's wife also demanded alimony from him, so he was in debt. At work, people started to talk behind his back because he borrowed money from a junior colleague. He was also accused of being involved in trouble with the police, so he was demoted and is now working only to pay off his debts.